So Rick Beebe, Chad Mallett making up the front row. Who will be our top 6 to move on here tonight? We're going to find out quick like as Beebe in that brand new GRT chassis brings it to the line. Down into turn number 1, it looks good. Down the back chute, they're golden. Beebe, your leader. Then you see Joe Duvall in car number 91, that white machine in number 2 spot, as they put lap number 1 in the books. Chad Mallett, Chase Youngins, running 3rd and 4th. And just as we mentioned that, again, Youngins picks up the number 3 spot here in car 18.
Beebe exhibiting some acceleration here.
Jeff Beebe, again, looking good with that brand new Rick Beebe, that brand new GRT car. I mean to tell you, that thing is bad fast out of the crate. He's got the bars right. And we've got one up in smoke. And that one is all in, all done.
Clean up fluid out there.
As he pulled it down to the infield, Marcus Frisch from Louisiana, Harris of Louisiana, fries one, and we stay green.
Strikes again.
Well, go big or go home. Drive them like you stole it. Yeah, they're doing it. Like a bunch of rental cars out here as Beebe continues to lead. Youngins now looks to the inside for second. Alongside of Joe Duvall out of Tulsa, Oklahoma, the Duvall Electric, car 81, Youngins in the Shop Quick Convenience Stores, car 18, trying to work some magic to the inside. Because remember now, we will take the top 6, so look for your favorite driver as they come back to the start line. Brian Craighead, right now that final transfer spot, and not if he tries that again, as the 85 car makes him pay. Tom Tillison Jr. now moves up to that final transfer spot, and that white Bear unsponsored car 85. Rick Beebe, Chase Youngins run 1-2 here tonight. Duvall back into 3rd.
Oh!
4th place again, we see the 98 car, Jeff Cunshaw, and we've got another one up into the fence. He pulls off track and we stay green. Rick Beebe says, well, I think I saw debris, because he's taking a look for the lead and he will give up the number 1 spot. As Chase Youngins, the Sunoco Racefield Shop Quick Convenience Store, Hughes Chassis, takes over the lead. Beebe in 2nd, Duvall 3rd, then you see the 98 of Cunshaw, then comes Chad Mallett in car number 92. Top 5, and right now rounding out the top 6, Tom Tillison Jr. out of Wellston, Oklahoma, that Dirtworks 85 car, now in the number 6 and final transfer position. Being able now to open up the advantage by about half a straight over Beebe, who remains in 2nd, Duvall 3rd. They pace themselves out, and we've got one going around down in turn 4.
Beebe's
Brian Craighead in car 77 losing the handle, and our first caution comes out here this evening in B feature number 1.
Coming down just
12. So 12 laps down, 3 remaining, and now we will see what will happen as they will chase for that number 6 and final transfer spot here this evening.
And it appears a lot of
Chase Youngins out of Manhattan, Kansas, the Shop Quick Convenience Stores, car 18, on the mat, and back to work we go. Mike Petrosilli likes this restart very much. The 25P car now into the number 6 spot as he shuffles back Tom Tillison Jr. in that 85. And I don't think 6th place is over just yet. Look at the excitement they're putting together now. Oh boy. Watch them as they come around. White flag in hand. We've got one to go.
caution to the wind on this lap.
Yeah,
for
forget
sure.
caution. Youngins will bring him around, and he will win and be featured number 1. Duval will finish up second. Beebe will come home third, followed by the 98 of Cutshaw, Petrosilli in a 25P car. And then it looks to be the 92 machine, again of Chad Mallett out of Greenbrier, rounding out the top 6 here tonight, as that will take care of be feature number 1 here tonight at Humboldt Speedway for night number 2 of racing action for the King of America Modified Nationals, brought to you again by Roadrunner Trucking, again Schwab's Tinker Shop, Allen's Automotive, again out of Chanute, Swan Energy, out of Greenwood Village, Colorado.
Both of them did not start, so 12 and 13.
Tomorrow night, for those of you who get an early start on the home exit for some obscene reason, remember we'll start same time tomorrow night, then we'll move it up again on Saturday evening. Again, a lot of racing action coming up, so an hour earlier start time on Saturday. But again, the weather is supposed to be just gorgeous, so we're looking forward to it. Again, our final night, again on Saturday evening, 1 hour earlier start time. But tomorrow night we'll be back here, same time, same format, again here at Humboldt Speedway.
And a reminder to you once again, this is your last chance to buy 50-50 tickets. Once this race ends, so do the 50-50 sales.
Yeah, we don't want anybody crying because they didn't get a ticket.
Long those two 50-50 sellers sold their stocking hats for $20.
Well, I'll tell you, you know when you come to Humboldt Speedway, it used to be just pickles were the main item, and I haven't talked a whole bunch because you know about it. But now we are selling socks, we are selling caps off the 50-50 girl's head. Does Walmart know about this? Here we go. $20 for a pair of hats. Wow.
Gee, mini Christmas.
Who would have ever thought, only at Humboldt Speedway on a Thursday night special, as Brandon Beckendorf leads the field down to turn number 3. Coming to the line, Beckendorf will lead well close. Penny Sweet, car number 87. Here comes Johnny Bone Jr. Knick, knack, patty whack, give him all the bone. Why not? He'd love to. Tony Bone putting the prep to this one, and here comes Beckham now. Terry Beckham in the 118 car going upstairs and making some real estate moves here tonight as he goes alongside of Bone for third.
Beckham is on the hammer.
Sweet is in the number 2 spot as Brandon Deckendorf has taken back over the lead. Brian Boland farther back in the X2 car with Mickey Burrell in the 73. Those right now with Brian Boland are the top 6 that would move on to our A main, but we've got a long ways to go as here comes Pat Graham making a move to the inside of Brian France in car 86. Brandon Beckendorf started up front in the B&Z Farms. Skyrocket car number 5. Kenny Sweet out of Wichita that Bill's built. 87, Johnny Bone Jr. runs in third. Beckham is 4th. France is 5th. And Brian Boland rounding out your top 6. And right now, that's all that's going to matter. Top 6 moving on to our feature event here this evening.
And the 5 car, man, he is checked out.
Brandon Beckendorf with a very strong car here tonight. And looking to add on to that points in car number 5 as he gets into that A main feature. Pat Graham in that victory chassis, again looking for a caution flag, which would certainly help his progress as he tries to run down Brian Boland, who is right now in the number 6 position. Brandon Beckendorf, Kenny Sweet in second, Johnny Bone Jr. in third in car number 12. The race 4th, 5th, and 6th. Mickey Burrell now inside of Beckham, and Burrell will pull back up to 4th. 5th will be Beckham, and Brian Boland hanging on to 6th place in the X2. Well, 7th place is now now getting kind of heated up. Pat Graham with company. William Gould in car 60. Brian France on his outside in car 86. So far, caution free here in B feature number 2 here at the Hummer at Humboldt Speedway.
Bone all over that 87 in the quarters.
Johnny Bone Jr., yeah.
87 runs away down the straightaway.
Kenny Sweet just said get out of here on the straightaways. And Bone now upstairs,
having
up
said
at turn
that,
2, and there you go. Picking up the number 2 spot. Kenny Sweet in the 3rd. Bone now 2nd. Burrell is 4th. Beckham is 5th. And Brian Boland remains 6th. 7th is William Gould. Brian France in 8th. Pat Graham slipping the wrong direction now, going to 9th in the 1K. Brandon Beckendorf down into turn 3. As he will come around off of turn 4, white flag in hand. We've got 1 to go. 1 lap remaining for your pole sitter. Brandon Beckendorf, Johnny Bone Jr. started 3rd and right now runs in 2nd. 3rd place is Kenny Sweet. 4th place UC.
Kind of amazing how the track just came to Johnny Bone all of a sudden.
Mickey Burrell has a checker flag, and there you have it. Beckendorf again will pick up the win. Johnny Bone Jr. 2nd, Kenny Sweet 3rd, Mickey Burrell 4th. Again, Terry Beckham comes home 5th, and Brian Boland rounding out the top 6, and that will now set us up for our feature event. Again, here tonight in both classes, here tonight for night number 2 for the King of America Modified National. Going to be a traffic jam.
Holy mackerel.
John Tesh, Lucas Schott, Rodney Sanders, Ryan Reuter, Cody Egler, Randy Timms, John Allen, Scott Daniels, Mitch Keeter, Derek Ramirez, Steve Whitaker Jr., Johnny Scott, Chase Youngins, Brandon Beckendorf, Duval and Bone Jr., Rick Beebe, Kenny Sweet, Jeff Cutshaw, Mickey Burrell, Mike Petrosilli with Terry Beckham, and then the last row, Chad Mallett and Brian Boland.
35 laps in this bad boy.
Yep, shouldn't take long. Last night we ran with just 1 caution, and we'll see what these gentlemen can do here tonight for night number 2 of our King of America.
So
our 35 lap A main feature. Coming off of turn 4. John Tesh brings the line and we're underway. John Tesh down the back chute, clears Lucas Schott. Rodney Sanders will pull up into 3rd, then comes Ryan Reuter 4th, Randy Timms as the field comes for lap number 1. Cody Agler, the 77 car, again pulling now up in another spot. Mickey Burrell right behind him. As they come flying up through, Derek Ramirez in the 4R car. Then you see car number 9, Scott Daniels out of Humboldt, going inside now of Agler. Daniels making a move as Ramirez looking on the inside, and there's no room there as they come off at turn number 4, looking inside of John Allen in 98. And while they do that, we see car number 12, again Johnny Scott, who started 12th on the field out of Las Cruces, New Mexico, right now in the number 8 position.
And Tesh just driving it home there at the 14.
So far, so good for the 14 car. Sanders has now moved to 2nd. The youngster out of Chatfield, Minnesota, Lucas Schott, sits in 3rd. Randy Timms is 4th. Ryan Reuter rounding out your top 5. Track surface just plain smooth as glass. And these guys trying to get a handle on it. And right now they are on the bottom, but we have our first caution flag flying here tonight. Brandon Beckendorf in car number 5, we see driving away.
87.
Cars number 5 and 8.
Oh, God.
Shaken, not stirred.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, let's go.
How many
5
laps are
down.
left?
5 down, 30 to go. We got a long time to go.
Oh, my goodness.
Yep. Frito pies for the whole bunch. Yeah, let's do her, kids. Line them up. Get ready to fire them off.
Here we go.
As we go back to racing off of turn number 4. John Tesh will lead him down the back straight. Single file. They go now. The top 3. Farther back. Yeah, let's mix it up. 2, 3 wide off of turn number 4. Ramirez, Youngins go side by side. They battle with John Allen now, who's going to the top side in car 98. Johnny Scott now trying to crack that top 5 in car number 12. As Randy Timms, Lucas Schott, Scott Daniels, Ryan Reuter, they all battle for position as Randy Timms now moves up into 3rd. Lucas Schott back into 4th, and Scott Daniels, thank you very much, who started 8th. Now trying to get into the top 5 as they come back to the start line. Johnny Moon Jr. having his own little battle with Steve Whitaker Jr. in that 89 car. Trying to get some forward bite off of turn 2. And speaking of forward bite, we're starting to get it now. Rodney Sanders ready to put a bite on John Tesh in car 14. Thursday Night Thunder here at Humboldt Speedway, the home of the Hummer. Tesh, Sanders, Timms, Daniels, Lucas Schott, top 5. Then you see Ryan Reuter in the triple nickel. Johnny Scott in car 12, Derek Ramirez in the 4R, John Allen in the 98, Chase Youngins in the 18, Johnny Bone Jr. in the 12, Steve Whitaker Jr. in the 89. Cody Hagler farther back in the 77, Joe Duvall there in car 91. Here comes Brandon Beckendorf as he tries to pick his way back forward up alongside of Terry Beckham in the 118. Top 3 getting up and out of here. John Tesh, 3-car length advantage over Sanders, who 3-car length lead over the number 3 spot in the 5T of Randy Timms out of Wheatland. Top 5 make it 6 cars. Now we're single file. Derek Ramirez with Lucas Schott and John Allen battling and to stay in that top 10. Johnny Bone Jr. now getting after it as he pulls alongside of John Allen. Johnny Bone Jr. out of Pea Ridge, Arkansas. John Allen from just down the road in Chanute. And he will pick up the position. And now Johnny Bone going after the 25 car of Lucas Schott out of Chatfield. And just as we say, going through a lap traffic, we've got it again. John Tesh will be coming up very quickly on more lap traffic here this evening. Chad Mallett in car number 92 will be the next victim of that car 14, the Watertown Wizard, John Tesh. So Chad Mallett going a lap down here tonight, putting himself between Rodney Sanders and that Swan Energy Kinrad Hughes Chassis Getty's horsepower, car number 20. Johnny Bone Jr. coming from 16th and now in, let's make it the number 6 position, but he has got Ryan Reuter on his outside and Derek Ramirez looking on the inside as they go down the back chute off of turn 2. 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th beginning to heat up. Scott Daniels in 5th. 6th place is now Ryan Reuter. 7th is Johnny Bone Jr. and Derek Ramirez now in 8th in the 4R. through traffic. John Tesh, your leader, goes around Rick Beebe, who looked to be very, very strong here tonight, early on in time trials and his heat race, but he again will fall victim to the GRT fate of John Tesh, your leader. Rodney Sanders has now caught him again, but can he do anything with him? One thing to get there, a whole new ball game to turn the turn signal on and say, excuse me, I'd like to go here. Sure you would. How are you going to punt me out of the way? Johnny Scott has really come into his own. The Jason Hughes backup car is coming, and he is now there. He started 12th on the field.
Here he
now comes up into third, and he's looking for second. Well, you've got a GRT chassis leading, and then you've got two of those Hughes power plant chassis ready to rock. And I mean, they are coming, and look at the lap traffic ahead. John Tesh, don't think he doesn't know it. He knows they're there, and he knows what lies ahead. And you even think about lifting, pedaling for just a second, they are going to eat you up alive. The laps winding down. Look at these three. Sanders now goes outside. That opens the door. See ya. Goodbye. Sit down. Now get out of here. I'll show you the fast way. Johnny Scott, the Rancho Malargo, car 12J, out of Las Cruces, New Mexico. And
Tesh hung up in traffic.
it is looking to be like a Ryan Gustin memo last night. Did these guys watch some video somewhere? Because Johnny Scott is now there, and the laps are winding down. He's coming inside. Back into turn number 1. Tesh, your leader in the 14. Johnny Scott in second in the 12. Rodney Sanders in the 20. Like a cat watching two parakeets go at it on the perch. Yeah, mess it up, I'm ready. I don't think these boys are going to mess it up. They might mix it up, but it ain't going to get mixed up. Petrozelli, the 25P, here we go. Back down into turn number 3. John Tesh coming around, and he will give up the lead to the 12J car of Johnny Scott. Johnny Scott takes over the lead, and you can see the advantage he has now. And well, look at this. We have got a tire out on the speedway, so the caution flag is back out.
Wow.
Down, Todd.
Johnny Scott really coming on there.
30.
So just as we saw pretty much last night, 30 laps down, 5 laps remaining. And that lights are out, race fans. Let's see if we can put 4 more in the books. How is this one going to finish? Don't you go anywhere. We've got more action coming your way off a turn 4. We're back racing. Down into turn 1, they look good. Johnny Scott clears, and he will now scoot down to turn number 3.
Here comes Bone.
Johnny Bone Jr. making a run on the inside of Rodney Sanders. Off of turn 4, Tesh now with Sanders right there, and Johnny Bone Jr. making a move in the 12 car. He's 4th, Randy Timms 5th. John Allen has climbed back the ladder and now in 6th in car 98, and he knows it's now time to go. My goodness.
Tesh has got his hands full.
Johnny Scott is checked out, but John Tesh with his hands full of Johnny Bone Jr. The TRE by Bone alongside John Tesh, and here we go, white flag. Johnny Bone Jr. looking strong here tonight. Scott Daniels off the pace in the 9D, he pulls in. We're going to be looking for the checker flag. And from Las Cruces, New Mexico, Johnny Scott will pick up the win. Johnny Bone Jr. 2nd, 3rd place. We'll wait as they come to the line for 3rd and 4th. 5th place we know was a 5T, again of Randy Timms. Third place, we will check it out. Again, hit it on is Johnny Scott, your winner of night number 2.
Who finished third, Todd?
Sanders.
Rodney Sanders, they say, comes across in third according to the timers. So Sanders will come home third. Again, hit it night in our feature event.
And boy, that was a tough race for John Tesh.
Okay, hey, when you bring these guys up
Teshy
here,
comes home back in that number 4 spot. Yep, how tough it was, but what a finish here tonight. Again, Johnny Bone Jr. coming from 16th up to the number 2 spot. As again, congratulations to these drivers and crews. For night number 2 is in the books for our King of America Modified National. And as always, we want you to have a safe drive home. And until tomorrow night, right here.
Karaoke.
Don't forget karaoke. Yes, indeed. After the races hit tonight at the Big Tent. Feel
The
like
winner
singing.
tonight of race number 2 here at the Hummer, John Scott. Johnny, you had to take a little time to get up there, but you worked up from 12th.
Yeah, it took me a little bit, but once I figured out what line I needed to run, I started moving up there towards the front, and hopefully we can do that on Saturday.
Let me ask you this. Are you going to be able to borrow this car again for Saturday?
I think so. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if Jason's going to try to qualify tomorrow or requalify tomorrow or not, but I just got to thank him for letting me drive his car this weekend, and Steve-O for being the pit crew for both cars, and all the fans for coming out tonight.
You know, it looked like you might have found the same line that Gustin found last night. You're up around the top, only you didn't hit the wall.
Yeah, I tried staying off that wall the best I could. I found that line about the middle towards the top, and it worked for us tonight, and we'll see what happens Saturday.
Okay, winner on night 2, Johnny Scott. Way to go, Johnny.
Thank you.
Here with the second place finisher tonight, Johnny Bone Jr. Johnny had to come from 16th up to second. Man, that was quite a run here on this track.
Yeah, I love racing here. I kind of struggled in time trials and heat race, and I run really good in the A feature. I guess we'll see if we're even in the race Saturday, I guess. Sounds like I may have to race again tomorrow.
That's a tough way to go when you start 16th and come up to second, but like you say, the way they're figuring the points, it could be a difficult way for you to get in. May have to do it all over again.
Yeah, obviously a guy needs to time in fastest and run terrible in your heat. That way you get a lot of passing points to get it back in the A and then go from there.
Well, anyway, good night tonight. 16th to second. Man, you got to be happy with that run. You must have found something. You know, a lot of guys have been winning up around the top, but man, old Catfisher, you were doing it on the bottom.
Oh, yeah, leave it to me. I can run the bottom.
Once again, your second place finisher here tonight, Johnny Bone Jr. Way to go, Johnny.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
$80 here tonight.
Here we go. We're underway.
What's this one get?
The orange one. The $10 green bin gift certificate.
That was last night.
Oh, this was last night.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
Nick
what I said.
Newton not wasting any time here. He rockets his way out into the lead. And Levi McGowan in hot pursuit. Scotty Drake, meanwhile, has a pretty good handle on third, and the battle is for fourth between LeVerriere and Chambers. But wait, into the picture comes Terry Boom Boom Brunner. And the Boomer, either the throttle's stuck or he's got her all the way to the floor, because here he comes. Oh! Brunner! Oh my goodness, he tapped LeVerriere down there in the corner. They're going to collect Tim Van Gotten, the 37. That is unfortunate.
How do you do?
Just a minor misjudgment, and it's a yellow flag situation. Okay, here we go.
Didn't say the monkey butt.
No, I didn't say the monkey butt. Here we go. We're underway! Well now, Nick Newton in the lead, and look at this, 3 wide through 3 and 4. Scott Drake comes out in second. Chambers in third. McGowan in fourth. Excuse me. Van Gotten in fourth. Well, now Levi McGowan has moved up to third. Man, this changes from lap to lap to lap. And Lon, here comes your Tim car.
Bring it down, 17. Bring it down, bring it down, bring it down.
I told you he's coming.
Caden Carter in the 10. He's on the move.
You have to go to the tail on lap 3 because he spun out.
Caden Carter all the way from the back of the pack. He's up into fifth. And Scott Drake making a move here for the lead. Newton and Drake locked up for the number 1 spot. Newton trying to hold him off. Drake driving it in hard in the bottom of the number 3 and 4 turns. But Newton maintaining that momentum up on top. Holy mackerel, what a race. 33X your leader. 12 is challenging. Meanwhile, Levi McGowan a distant third, and the battle for fourth is really heating up with Caden Carter locked up with Tim Van Gotten.
Any A-Mods moving yet?
You've got to kind of figure in that battle for fourth and fifth that it's advantage Van Gotten because he does actually live here. This is his home track. But now, the 10 car, Caden Carter, has opened it up and he is in fourth place. Drake, meanwhile, continuing to work on Newton. Newton, your leader in the 33X. Drake on the inside. Newton working that high side cushion. Drake prefers to run the bottom. And Newton maintaining. Uh-oh, look out. We got one spun down there. But we're still green. We're still going. That could change the complexion of things. Now we've got a lapped car in the mix. Passing flag is out. The 14 car lap. Oh, look out. And Drake had to throw out the anchor, which gives Newton a little bit of breathing space in the lead. Meanwhile, back here in third place, Caden Carter has taken over sole possession of third. The 14 white car is lapped. McGowan is fourth. Van Gotten is fifth. And Nick Newton now, with some breathing room, pretty much got her on automatic pilot as we take the white flag. White flag on the 33X. Here's the checkered flag. Nick Newton, your winner. Scott Drake is second. Caden Carter is third in the 10, followed by the 89 of Levi McGowan and the 37 of Tim Van Gotten.
Okay, top 5 to the scale. 33X, 12D, 10, 89, and 2 to the scale.
We want the B's then. Bowling and
Once again, thank you for coming, guys. Hope to see you tomorrow.
On the field. So there again, as he climbs out of the car, folks, give a nice hand. Your Sport Mod feature winner here tonight at Humboldt Speedway. Hey, Lon, guess what? What now? This just into the newsroom. Yes, if you take your pit pass or your ticket stub into Dick